be honest, fam, I can't recall Dr. Dre really doing too much for Warren G. Except for him to say, "That's my brother." That was just it. He was just a hanger-on, and people don't really understand or realize that he became DJ Yella for Dr. Dre. When Suge was evaluating how NWA worked and how he could make his own NWA somewhere else, and took the pieces that he needed, he really didn't care for Yella. He got DOC, he got Dre. He wanted Rand to come too, but them were the key elements he needed to have to make his company go. So, but he didn't realize Dre actually needed Yella. And the reason why he needed Yella is because Yella would pick the records that they would get where Dre could do his work with. Yella had a good ear for music. So when he hears certain things, he was, oh man, this sample off this sample off that, check this beat out, bam, 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 bam. And yeah, use this here and here, and then Dre put it together in his mind like, yeah, I like this. And then add his Dr. Dre to it. Warren G showed that he had the same type of abilities. When he was going out there, Let Me Ride and all that other stuff, a lot of those songs on the Chronic, Warren G had a lot to do with. And helping picking the right records to make those beats. Even on Gin and Juice. And Warren G had to sit there, watch Nate Dogg get signed, watch Snoop Dogg get signed, and he's sitting at home with no deal. And he the only one. And Deathrow played him. They wouldn't even give him a jacket. They wouldn't even give him plane tickets to go fly with everybody else. He had to sit back at the crib. But that helped him because his sister was the only one that really looked out for him. And when he made his money, the first thing he did was give his sister something. Because she was the one doing, holding him down. And he had made a little money, but it made enough noise when he got on the soundtrack that song when he worked with Mr. G and came up with Endo Smoke. And people was, man, this is fire. So when Endo Smoke came out, and everybody's like, man, that's pretty tight. Your brother did that? Warren G? So when they made Endo Smoke, he started getting some credibility. But he had to go all the way. Deathrow still wasn't trying to sign him or do nothing with him. He had to go all the way to New York and sign a deal with Def Jam in order to get his money. And I think they gave him, $100,000 or something like that. And Warren G, who had never had any money, went and bought like the music equipment he needed, went and got his sister something like a little car. He was cool, but he got played so much by the people he helped put on. And it's been countless people like that you heard in the industry that you would have never heard regulate, you never heard all these beats, and you never known how talented they were and how talented they still are. Warren G is one of the talented guys in there. Not to say Dre isn't talented. Dre is immaculately talented, but right now he's been just crafting his skill and learning how to mix and how to make tracks even better. I'm not saying he was one of the greatest rappers, but Warren G did his part as far as elements of, he was more on the music side anyway. Even though he did rap, he wasn't outstanding, but he wasn't that bad either. He could make an album, and he showed y'all. Because that album was good. It had a lot of hits on it. And only when he sold 2 million records Did people give him his respect? Now Dre want to take a picture with him. Now Dre want now he ain't so bad. He ain't the little tag along no more. Let's go over here and take pictures with these plaques. Like Dr. Dre and his little brother. And never did he hold that against anybody. And this is what I want the young people to understand. He handled it like a man. Even though he went in private and cried when nobody was around, he'd go in his room, whatever, and just cry. Just to get it out. Because all his friends that he started with, they all signed the record deals. And their careers is going. They got money, they touring, and he got to sit at home. And nobody's really telling him why. And he could have been bitter and just been mad and hated on them all day. But he chose the other route. And that route was the money route. And led him to make his stuff better and keep working. Learn how to take rejection, turn that around, and use it as energy to make you push yourself further and better and open doors to new avenues. Quit waiting on people to do things for you. You got to learn how to do it yourself. Don't say, hey man, can you do this for me? Hey man, can you do that for me? Learn how to knock on those doors. Learn how to go and find out who these people are that you need to talk to. That you need to knock on the doors and say, hey, I need to do this. Hey, I need to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. People don't understand sacrifice no more. They so used to other people doing things for them that they become a liability themselves. And record labels see that on you. If they see that, they're not going to sign anybody. And right now, they rarely want to sign anybody. Especially a new artist. Because there's no artist development money anymore. We've already discussed that. This ain't like the 90s or 80s where they'd be like, okay, we're going to throw just about $1 million to develop him. We're going to put him on a song with him. We're going to put him on a song with him and see if they, start connecting. Then we'll do some shows with him on the West Coast, give him some attention. That stuff is done. If you don't have a buzz of independent anything, forget about it. If you ain't selling out or nobody know you in your hometown, forget about it. You got to make your own noise in the game or they're not going to pay attention. They're going to be, oh, what shows you did? Where you live? Okay, what's the show they did over there? Who's the promoter? Who did this? Who did that? Oh, I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know him. I just made songs in my room. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Nobody knows you. Was you selling drugs in the trap, at least? No? Okay. Sorry. Can't do anything with you. Maybe in a couple of years when we got something. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be in position to have your stuff ready to go. I'm out.